Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, worldwide. The renegade is here. The man when afraid man in the wilderness. Keep it real and honest round here. No tabloid. Yeah, my kinda come have some important things to deal with tomorrow, very important. But we still have to come to my show. Very important. But when I go say certain things online, kind of our thing that, but we have some important things to go deal with tomorrow. But I have to come and do the show, yeah. Yes. That show you, I have to do it. Okay, not care what you see the man of the wilderness, you always come and I beat them, I beat them. All right, so we say TAPIA, the farmer ambassador, he got TAPIA. Run out. They have something about the PNP, And him hear a farmer Golden make a speech and him misinterpret it as Mark Golden. Him attack PNP same time. Now him come up with a lie, say a propaganda, make them move the thing. Now him an ambassador. He was an ambassador in 2019 when PUMS VAZ and Palwell lose them visa, PNP, JP. Right? So it couldn't be no political nothing. And by the way, American work with hearsay. But big nasty thinking TAPIA, because we have a style in my shit. He run out over Big Mama yesterday. And come out with garbage right away. Golden but abuse school in a chat. He made former prime minister. Right away he said the PNP and them never like. And he repeat it again the PNP because Mark Golden are the opposition leader. So I'm talking him address the PNP more than one time. Yeah. And Big Mama now address that, He now address it. So I'm address the PNP and then him lie. Because 2019, I play the video. Now rub him out like I'm a piece of shit. I'm a Republican. So I'm a piece of shit. I one of them piece of shit like the JLP. Yes. I remember him now have the powers there as a farmer ambassador. When you step out, you not have the powers for when tell Big Mama say him order them and them put things. A matter of fact, 2021, when him came out come make the speech. 2019 and lose it. He must say, well, he must ask, see where he can do in that powers, but he never have no powers. So everything out of this guy, we know how US one, And I tell you can direct FBI and not. Remember, as an ambassador, and with the empire, you might have request something, but you can't direct them. You don't have them powers there. So, you have the foreign secretary, whether an FBI looking at them one thing, can them act more like an independent thing. Him can raise something and then look. But and a film thing them. And I remember America was put things for you by hearsay. When I talk about bullshit. I'm going to show you the proof, say him, at PUMS VAZ come up with the idea, say it's political, But it was something political, but you have Philip Palwell losing visa. Same time with you. You see them not make no sense of my shit. That PUMS VAZ shit too. Everybody know about that PUMS VAZ. And TAPIA, you know make no sense when you talk. The PNP never aligned with when I do school in attack, him attack the PNP. So I'm coming to talk about the PNP, tell life and PUMS VAZ, make him lose in PNP a hearsay. You ever see the American account for hearsay for revoke a visa? You ever see America account for hearsay? Remember that them revoke visa, them up there, so. Revoking visa, want to revoke. You ever see America account for hearsay? And revoke Philip Palwell one same time a PNP and JLP. And that was PNP said be a bullshit. And let's see one more point out and show it to yeah. But I deal with film case now, big not thinking TAPIA time to style you. Cause you're shit, you're not nothing, You're shit. You are shit, you and Big Mama the same thing. Both of you are shit. You are garbage. We see the president for Ghana. And Andrew put it up. I'm gonna play it. He said 3M. All time out. I say, uno realize the amount of thing Michael Manley do. Uno always turn on and try this Michael Manley. You want to listen about the president and he tell about the non-aligned movement and Jonas. Because he tell about it, you know. Yeah, he tell about it. He tell about the non-aligned movement. See? Willie. Yeah, me dep on my life. Me soon knock you back. Soon knock you back, yeah? Yes, better cool. Big up with the Williams, you know, veteran, I'm a Gideon time. A lot of them are suffer tonight, yeah. You know, them man, foundation, you know, studio one. No respect. All right. Yes. So the Ghana president I tell you want to own this. You notice he mentioned Marcus Garvey. And then he come back to Michael Manley and thank him for what them do for secure Africa. But Uno, I use politics and try to, you know, remember in the whole world I watch, you know, Michael a statesman. You yourself, come on, come talk about when Russia break down, when Soviet Union break down, and you know, and I label Michael Manley. None of that align. When me not align with you know, me not align with nobody, you know. Yeah. Nothing Levi. Friend have nothing to do with it. America move, them move. And PNP and GLP. So all them say PNP take with this. When Paul well did it too. We don't gonna point out that. We're not busy about friend. Not for them a friend. In our politics, they are not them and us friend, right? See? But you lose a visa. You lose a visa. So when you draw politics at PNP and a rumor, can you imagine you have a visa and from somebody just come and say, baby, America just can't. Then everybody that get them visa can survive this. Because you have rumor and more rumor and like America idiot. Like them do them thing when them can't see a visa. Eh? When them talk about bullshit. I'm going to prove it right now. So let me tell you now. So talk about Marcus Cap and look how it bad though. The African president I tell you, you know, him it up. I go on like him not here. And you have something when I correct for Andrew on this. He talk about Marcus Garvey, then Michael Manley, and him L, and then Bob Marley. Two of them only use CIA nearly kill the two of them. You know what you want. The same dirty thinking party also. I know you depend on Ghana. Only that piece of shit. Yeah? As some know so them not think, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine? US use rumor and cancel a visa. Rumor. Then everybody cancel come and say, Big Mama, you have visa. Big Mama, the man of the ocean up. And then cancel film too. Eh? Rumor. Your piece of shit to know. Eh? I'll be a guy with them attack. Let me go back to the visa. Let me go back before I play a big dirty thinking, Big Mama and nasty thinking Tapia. Can you two of them are shit? Before I play that, let me play the first time the visa cancelled 2019. Can you remember me like my show like this? Yeah? Yeah, me just get a voice note. Hey, every day me get some voice note, you know. And when me get some voice note, why the people them say, when you stop and I'm still enough. Because here when people say, yeah, so hear this. And make people sometimes to move from 0 to 100. You know? But yeah, they have to piece of voice note before me start hammer them. Hear this.
But anyway, you got to say, why you have been cracking up all the time while we don't watch your show, when you're effing them up until they put it bomb or whatever,
Why? And it's a worldwide thing. So, you know, people just relax. And when they like come to my show and just nice. Instead of when they like, it coming like, them like come around here and do something, so we run them way, you know. And then people listen up. Everybody laugh around, you know, church, police, you know, everybody we can think, professor, these liars. Them say, Lord, some like when them come on, they come trouble, you know. Make a roll, man. You never know. I thought my voice mode for this thing, man. I'm Christian, I'm pastor too. Say, Lord, son, it's sweet me when them come on and them know you're staying, but me like when them come and mess on your spirit, you know. For you send them back, you know, same time, you know. And I say, hey, they must say, what are the nicest thing, man? What you send them, man? Them know them not play them. It's a circle. A circle, man. All right. Let us start from 2019. 2019. Watch this.
Up first this evening, we don't know the reason. The statement from Government Minister Daryl Vaz and...
We don't know the reason. Then him come up with conspiracy theories, because him dead and Palwell there, you know. So you can imagine US, I know him alone lose visa, but Philip Palwell and a PNP, yeah? But they still PNP make you lose your visa. So JLP make Palwell lose him one then. A rumor. You know, yeah. Una one like una name Gregory Isaac, you know. Me and Gregory Isaac used to par. So I know una name, and a Pumpa name Gregory Isaac. Pumpa didn't name the Dukes. You understand? Yeah, right, par.
Opposition MP Philip Paulwell, who both confirmed their U.S. visas were revoked recently. Mr. Vaz, who spoke with our news center about the matter earlier today, had initially indicated he would resign if his application was turned down, but he backtracked later. As for Mr.
In backtrack later. I remember, you know, not even Dr. Club visa, you know. None of them when they can't travel, you know. Continue.
Paulwell, he says the revocation came as a surprise.
Paulwell.
To some, a United States visa is a prized possession. The U.S. seen as a gateway for travel, work and education opportunities and frolic. But in the blink of an eye, it can be revoked. U.S. Immigration Services Online notes that U.S. consular officials have broad discretion to revoke non-immigrant visas at any time, as has happened in the case of Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister Darrell Vaz and opposition spokesman on energy Philip Paulwell. Mr. Paulwell is currently in Cuba on business. He responded via WhatsApp confirming the revocation, stating that the embassy did not provide any reasons. He was also advised to reapply for a visa if he intended to travel to the United States. Here's what Mr. Vaz was told by way of letter.
Based on information received after the...
See there, 2019. All right, when Tapia stepped down, Tapia, I slip here where him one name, came a piece of shit. Then him come run off him out when him can't do nothing neither, you know. And if the State Department sits say you I forget, revoke, him couldn't do nothing and reinstate it, you know. Him couldn't. Yes, continue.
The issuance of a visa to me, information has come to light that may make me ineligible for a U.S. visa. The fact that they said I may be ineligible, that is where I need to go now to find out what would make me not eligible, which is what I'm pursuing.
On RGR 94's Hotline program with Emily Shields Friday, he gave further details about the type of visa.
As a minister, you have a diplomatic visa. I heard that when I gave up my citizenship, obviously, then I got the regular, what was it, A1?
B1.
B1. I don't even know what it is, B1, B2.
Mr. Vaz says he last traveled to the United States last month.
You will recall that I traveled to the UN General Assembly, which requires a special U.S. visa, which was granted to me on the 20th of September when I traveled as part of the Jamaica delegation to the United Nations General Assembly. So this revocation is a matter of a few days in October. I received this. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I did not see it coming. I'm unaware of any reason why this would have happened. But again, there's a process to follow.
Now, Mr. Paulwell says when he returns to Jamaica next week, he will be in touch with the United States Embassy to seek further clarity on the visa revocation and use the necessary channels to seek redress. For Mr. Vaz, if the matter isn't resolved, he's not ruling out stepping down as a member of the cabinet. At least that's what he told Mrs. Shields on Hotline.
So you would consider resigning?
Absolutely.
So when you see anybody come after absolute and then backtrack, you know what? Can them sit on same place that the worst government is. Garbage. You hear what I'm saying? Absolutely.
He was, however, a little more measured in his response in our TV interview.
Once there is an issue that says that I may be ineligible, any action by me would be premature. That does not stand to say that if this thing progresses and at some future point I am not able to get a U.S. visa, that would not have to be a consideration. But I would like to pass this and get to that.
You know, so Jamaican, them foo for man, and JP pressure people like this, you know. Can you imagine somebody elect you? No, Stephen from him not resign because them always a pressure PNP will resign if something like this, right? But when you really think about it, can you know me talk straight like this? People elect you and you have a parliament and it's an independent country. And if you lose a visa, whether you're prime minister, opposition, then you resign. That means, I know people elect you, that means US have you as a puppet in a one country, that when you lose a visa, you resign. This was a wrong idea from the Labour Party for man, you know. This is stink. So it should make a visa. Make how much people elect you, whether they are TAPIA people, and see what's more. Make you resign. And when they say it because them always pressure PNP, if anything like that, you have to resign. If you lose a visa, I gotta come. You go to hell. Go away with the dirty thinking visa. Oh, you forgive me a visa and it be me resign. Or something. That is bullshit. Yeah? And this is the kind of way Jamaica used to run for morning, like the greatest thing. And that did wrong. Let me just tell them straight up. Yeah? So, you know, and when you come and say resign, it's like you have a visa and a man wants to resign and just pull a visa from you. And you resign. You know, more not because we can't travel. The world big, you know. And US have 300 million out of 8 billion. 300 million out of 8 point something billion people. And the world big with so much country. And then one visa poll and you resign. A bullshit. But anyway, yeah man. Anyway, with us, you know, can we like start from here so. Tapia was the ambassador. Never said nothing. Remember, I'm a Republican too. Continue.
Point. But
Meanwhile, U.S. immigration laws outline 3 primary situations when a visa can be revoked. The first, if the holder of a non-immigrant visa does not meet the criteria for the visa category, if that person is ineligible, usually involving law enforcement is suspected, and if the holder is inadmissible to the United States on security, criminal, medical, financial, or other grounds.
All right. So I'm going to move that. That's a 2019. Now when Tapia leave, can leave after Clafter. Now him come out in a 2021, a farmer. And when you're a farmer, you have those parts. Number one, if they them up there so revoke a visa, I said to revoke them, no one in there. There was not the embassy that can do and give back a visa, you know. If them say if you are threat in there, a matter of fact, them close on all embassy and move it. So the ambassador won't go represent them thing, but them can't override. If them say you are threat to them place. Or the ambassador will override that. Impossible. Right? So when Tapia pass and take Jamaican people to eat that this big piece of shit. A Republican piece of garbage. Tapia. Right? Here where them say right, so I'm gonna play this now. Remember play this 2021 when he was a farmer. So him not have the powers to even ask. But yes, still him got to talk to Big Mama and say, him tell the him can't give them these orders. him full of shit, you know. Him full of shit. Him full of shit. So them on order and look and give him that just a civilian, like him just a normal citizen. Like anybody else, he was a farmer ambassador. So everything I come out of him, but him lie, I'm a Republican coming like JLP. Big dirty thinking tap. And I mean nothing to nobody. And him miss when he thinks I'm not going to speak. Him think I'm not going, him think of the PNP. Never play that way, you hear him big nasty thinking, mama here. But remember play this way. This is 2021 when him no more ambassador. Him a farmer ambassador. Listen this.
It is quite unusual for a former U.S. ambassador to come out defending a...
You notice, believe the timestamp, July 2021. Him a former ambassador. Him can't go, if him they down at the embassy, him could have just said, boy, but him can't do nothing to it. From up there, sir. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing to him. But when doing just playing our game, I try to trick people. Better me know about embassy when and all kind of things, and you're not your piece of shit. You're a private citizen again, go live your life, man, and go away, man. Yeah? And he may tell you, but yesterday him come and tell lie again yesterday. One bag of garbage. Well, it never make no sense. So when you never call him, is that so Andrew Marks. If you call a farmer what, embassy what she can do? Have the influence and say, let me call up there and you are gonna do this. No. You're not the chair. I don't think them have one up there. I'll be a garbage in my talk, you know. It's what she can do. I'm continue to tell her like, him not relevant, Ronia. Tapia, tilapia, tilapia, you know. Tilapia. Tilapia not ready, but him not relevant nowhere at all. And him seeing I know. If that's why I'm talking about bullshit. One thing when I'm talking about it. Come on, play it.
Jamaican politician whose visa was revoked under their watch. But on Monday, former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019.
So him not say wrong we done with Parliament and him, you know. That man, you know, some politics him a play. Because remember not him alone, and him and Parliament. I must say other people too. So PNP, JLP. Him around with do it, but him not say nothing about Parliament. So you see where him a play? Him not say around with done. Remember them a brethren set speed. So him not say around with done with the word of the man them visa. Him pick out PUMS VAZ. So you know where him dep on the line when him dep on. The Republican line when him dep. Him is a piece of shit. Him a garbage. Yes. Him a garbage. And when him say not valid. So him cook up this with PUMS VAZ and say somebody and PNP or PNP, but they still a Paul and you them grab one time. And by nobody no room up. He make US son worthless now. Them have central intelligence. He make US son worthless like them go by here say that me can call Anthony and say bap. So why if them go by all kind of things, why them not just take everybody visa and done? Can everybody have to say something boy, everybody? So why Andrew not losing visa? Remember them now spend a room up on Andrew either, you know. Them see the IC but it not gone yet. Andrew won't gone yet. But them spend room up on you and you move it. You're fool, you're fuck. Look where Andrew doing in front of people's face. Carry out the IC gone, I could earn visa not gone yet. Yeah? Like you was a idiot. Tilapia idiot, man, it not have no sense. Yeah. wait. Tilapia not no sense. Him gone. Continue play this. So you go sit down there and I chat bullshit when him a farmer. Yeah? Was the ambassador? Yeah, Republican farmer, this and that, and a chat about bullshit. Hear this.
In fact, Mr. Tapia went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected.
The wrong is corrected, and it pick out VAZ, not Palwell and VAZ. So you know politics in there play. And get the information when can pass. See? Same. Because that's it doing. He may play the game with them, you know. Because them are idiots, you know. Them are idiots. Continue.
When we contacted Mr. Tapia for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs in Washington, D.C.
The U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs in Washington. Me tell you, them couldn't do nothing. So I'm saying in Washington, D.C. Now, him talk to Big Mama now yesterday, and I talk about him talk to FBI. And hear what I'm saying pass it to U.S. Consular Affairs. He mentioned FBI and all these things where him say put by this. I be a lie, I tell him never have seen him just lie like Trump and lie like Andrew on this time. Him just talk about Powell and VAZ, you know. Him going to talk about VAZ. And around though, and then want to blame PNP on top of it. Because PNP never have fun with US for morning. So I play that kind of card. Yeah? Listen, continue. 2021.
And he is awaiting a response on how to proceed. As for Mr. Vaz,
I did hear the response from Ambassador Tapia this morning.
Yeah, I'm fool. Him and him talk, you know. I did hear the bit for him and a farmer ambassador, you piece of shit. Boy Ambassador TAPIA. TAPIA, when name? TAPIA. Yeah. Tilapia. Not TAPIA. When name? Tilapia. Tilapia. Farmer Ambassador Tilapia. Yeah, innocent, you send it to the so. And then you come back from Big Mama yesterday and attack one bag of bullshit and rush PNP. You hear that? No, man, we have to rush you, man. You're not nobody. You're not invisible, brother. You're not invisible. You're a piece of shit. You're nothing. You're just a normal citizen. Go and go live out your old age and stop your fuck and talk bullshit. Go away! It's a piece of shit. Yeah? Tilapia be a fuck him talk. Play.
For which I really respect.
Yeah.
Because he did not have to do that. And
Yeah.
it must have been weighing heavily on.
Stop your ear that tune up PUMS VAZ. When him an ambassador, when never ask for him an ambassador, him wait when him a farmer. You say you hear that? Eh? You say you hear that? Yes. Yeah. Where's the ball? No, I have to come beat them. But I have to start from the genesis, you know. From 2019. Tilapia, he was the ambassador, and wait when him come out, then him leave out Palwell and play politics with him nasty self, and I rush PNP, we are rush you back, cause you're shit. You're just a Republican piece of shit. Rushing PNP, you rush PNP. You're equal with JLP. You're evil, you're lie, you're dangerous. I mean, I show him lying. You hear what I'm saying it go? You hear what I'm saying? Him ask the bureau for when him say up there in Washington, and councillors, right? Up there. Him said it. Okay. Continue.
For him to say what he said.
Despite this, Mr. Vaz said he was not surprised by the former ambassador's statement. He told TVJ News that Mr. Tapia called him on Sunday and was literally in tears.
Lie not tell. Son call him and tell someone me I'm going to make a speech for you. Like you have any value. You don't have no value. Your ambassador, you don't look for your ambassador, your farmer, where you go? Go away, man. Better go away, man, with the senior head, man. Go away, man. With the Republican idiot self. Now you take people for idiot. Can't
a process. It's a courtesy.
Yes.
And I hold no malice.
Mr. Vaz is still without a U.S. visa. However, after it was revoked...
Yeah, but the theory come up now. Yeah, the conspiracy theory come up with nasty thinking PUMS VAZ now. Yeah, the piece of shit, you know. Yeah,
he filed an appeal.
I've been hearing from Ambassador Marks in Washington from time to time, but nothing concrete, just in terms of whatever has been happening in relation to the process, but no discussions or guarantee as to whether or not visa would be returned.
So Marks, and your Marks it up there. Nobody now listen to Sheikah, I mean nothing at all. And Tilapia couldn't do nothing for you. Tilapia does run him mouth and feel him can go in a people head and people psyche. He man not nothing. He man just a citizen. Go back was an ambassador, was a citizen, he couldn't do nothing. You know what him have to say? Him have to send it to Washington. At the council, bureau at the council. Not FBI couldn't send it to FBI and ask them nothing. And remember him just a so nobody now give him nothing, he now get nothing, he was apart. In my garbage. Continue. Him not carrying away drone here, no. In my garbage. Continue.
Reinstated or not.
Reinstated for what? I know him not get reinstated and get a 1 year. And that expire a long time. Long time. Continue.
And as I said, it's not something that that you can rush. It's a process, and I understand fully.
However, Mr. Vaz stressed that there are other forces at play which led to his visa being revoked in the first place.
Hear this now. Remember now, you know, nobody now about the PUMS VAZ. Him say other force. So, hear this now. Hear this.
Happy that Ambassador Tapia has supported what I've always said.
But about Tilapia support what him always said. Hear this when him always said. Hear this now.
There was and is an relentless orchestrated character assassination against me.
So nobody now, so from in the 80s, them assassinate your character. You're a bad character, man. I wonder if you, my brethren, prayers and Shakadi must sing a song about murder, sure. Eh? You're a bad character. Nasty face and bad character. Eh? Kebo assassinate the character. Shaka and players and sing about the murder, sure. To take it up on the bed for. In mega what? Eh? And I feel them, what them say, what I would have moved on them car. In a murder, sure. Why him take it up and feel? But your conscience about it, sir. In conscience about him.
I've always felt that everything was political.
Thanks, Beverly. Oh, hear this. Him not politicized, so him come with this.
Politically motivated. It was a matter of who, at this particular time, was leading the charge.
Kalisha.
So it seems like it's political motivated. But you say that him and Paul will lose them visa. Paul will still not part of the thing, you know. And he was the shadow cabinet minister. But two of them lose them, but it's political motivated. Man, you for fuck off. You think Ruma can't go nowhere? Nobody no work off a Ruma yet. Brother, and that's about the US. So, Andrew, them have so much thing for Andrew, but him not losing visa yet. And you will Labour Party not losing visa yet, but them have thing for you know. Crab lose him. But look how much I want to lose with them have nothing for you know. Them have. So they want to lose a visa. Eh? Them say everything we are going with Andrew, but Andrew still a fly. You know, so you tell me about you. Hey, that makes sense too. Remember move this. I remember go to big dirty thinking, mama. No. That makes sense too, no? If you have Andrew what this, and Andrew what this, Muma Cow, where you see, don't them have visa. Look much of them have visa where you hear, I cannot think, America watch them, them lose them visa. So don't go you and Paul when them come take for your visa, uno visa. Eh? You and Paul well, but you're still a PNP and political because them spread rumor. According to idiot Tapia. Where's name? Talipia. Yeah. Yeah? Talipa. Where's name Talipa? He might have a couple name, you know. He might have a little name there. Like Big Mama. Talipia. Yes. Yeah, Big Mama version now. Let me start with Big Mama. Let me show you him things say PNP Mark Golding attack. When he and Mr. Golding, him attack PNP same time. Just listen this. Listen this.
Jamaica, with the former Jamaican Prime Minister giving that speech.
We don't too want to see Big Mama, you know, because I remember Big Mama have 100 feet and remember Blue Whale. Saying so we know what, so we make sure the things smaller. Hear this now.
In Philadelphia on the 1st of August. And another issue has been reignited, it's certainly in social media, that of the U.S. revocation of the visas of the Energy Minister Daryl Vaz and leading opposition chairman of no, he's not a chairman, oh dear. He's a leader of opposition business in the Parliament, the MP for East Kingston and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell. Their visas were revoked at a time when Donald Tapia was the
Tilapia. You can't even call him name good. Tilapia.
U.S. ambassador to Jamaica. He joins us now. Good morning, Ambassador.
Morning, Hugh. How are you?
Say ambassador when this guy retire a long time. I go and drinking tea, sit up and so nobody never see him. Hear this. Hear this.
This wonderful day.
I'm good, and I hope I find you well.
Yes, you do, and I look forward to coming back to Jamaica just to have lunch with you.
Oh, good.
So anybody want have lunch and can go in there be still up here and Big Mama have lunch. You hear them kind of talking have lunch and it upon you. So you know for them kind of things. Right? Yes. All right. Continue.
Good. But lunch is on you, right?
Of course, of course, of course.
All right, we called you here for two reasons this morning, Ambassador. The former Jamaican Prime Minister Bruce Golding, giving a speech in the city of Philadelphia on the 1st of August, said,
"Let me show you some brain around." He said, "Former Prime Minister, and from him the end name Golding, yeah, just hear what I'm saying. Him not say the JLP, you know, and the PNP, and them not like US for money. Just listen this. Listen, in here,
in quote, "The United States has put us under severe stress." Yes? He says the administration is placing increasing pressure on Jamaica and other CARICOM states through what he describes as unilateral.
Listen good enough. When Michael Manley moved to the backside, and I said the same thing, the same JLP, them work against him. Yeah, with CIA, but don't even try to shoot. Bob Marley, when him say a trace, nearly assassinate Manley 3 times. Manley will try to free Africa and non-aligned movements to man farm. Non-aligned movements with all these African countries and third world countries. And then them call him, when they got communists. Can we hear Andrew on this? We can play something and put him to shame with the Ghana president after this. But let me hear this. You're going to attack PNP now, TAPIA. Hear this same time. For me, here Golding, hear something now work good with TAPIA. You know. Hear this.
Foreign policy decisions and demands. Let's listen to what he said in part.
What is being done to us is not friendship. Imposing arbitrary tariffs on us when we are struggling to make our goods competitive in a...
So, Bruce are telling other words, so the country now, because we are struggling. Same like I want thing with him, you know. Chat could be too much, but he may tell you the truth more than Andrew. This is how a man did that talk about what they want to do to people, you're not a friend. But Bruce have put it for him way and I speak manly words. Not different. Manly words. Manly tell him, but Manly go down more, you know, we're not people with him. No, him think, no, I'm not Golding. From him here, the Golding. He might blame PNP same time. And then come up with them fuck. Listen now. And hear the words, you know. I remember Michael had the words, them he might use now, you know. They say, hey, you're not tough enough, so you keep friends. And they might use our words too. Because we are saying, yeah, our friends, same way, you can't do this, and we are talking about friends. So Bruce, I do this. Because I'm just afraid to do it, you know. Remember, I'm bow down, you know. Continue.
Difficult market is not friendship. Dictating to us who we must do business with is not friendship. Forcing us to accept foreign deportees when we are struggling to...
Forcing me to accept foreign deportees. So, same like how Manley attack, or Bruce said, let me take piece of Manley thing and, you know, as a former prime minister, use it. Or the man that the wilderness, them talk, them a Manley, so let me use it. You can hear my yet TAPIA rush PNP same time. Hear this.
Look after our own people. That is not friendship. True friends don't abuse your friendship. They don't make unreasonable demands of you. They should be there to help you out. Holding a gun to your head and insisting that you must be reasonable and do things their way, that is not friendship. The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. Ambassador Tapia, you're a former ambassador of the U.S. to Jamaica. Your reaction?
Well, the first thing is Golding has, the PNP has never been that close to the United States, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, what I'm saying, Golding and the PNP never been so close to United States, no matter how you look at it. What the PNP are doing at this. So although I'm telling you, the same brain are running up. Golding, Bruce Golding, and labor rights, sir. So right away, from me the Golding farmer this, him said the PNP never, the first thing out time mouth, and the PNP never so close, so him attack them. And the PNP him attack. Yeah? Come back, let's say no, you're Golding, the PNP.
In part.
What is being done to us is not friendship. Imposing arbitrary tariffs on us when we are struggling to make our goods competitive in a difficult market is not friendship. Dictating to us who we must do business with is not friendship. Forcing us to accept foreign deportees when we are struggling to look after our own people, that is not friendship. True friends don't abuse your friendship. They don't make unreasonable demands of you. They should be there to help you out.
So abuse attack. But right away, him attack PNP because the family the name Golden. So him brain around and him don't know nothing about Jamaica and just know about PNP and JLP, you know. See? So him attack the PNP same time as I see the PNP and America. Yeah, and I'll repeat it more than one time. That's why I'm come to him shit. Listen.
Holding a gun to your head and insisting that you must be reasonable and do things their way, that is not friendship. The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding.
No, man, I'm not talk truth and about not truth. You better we are talk about him talk truth. Him attack PNP. We not talk about the bow. No, you have a labor right attack and him attack PNP, brother. You talk about him attack truth PNP about. You know I look for the thing when me attack. You know you want me to say quiet. Bruce talk him not attack labor right, you know. So Bruce and labor him attack PNP same time. So well, PNP never close. Golden, PNP no close for money. So him have a PNP now because don't thinking out. That's him doing, you know. Hear this.
Ambassador Tapia, you're a former ambassador of the U.S. to Jamaica. Your reaction?
Well, the first thing is Golding has, the PNP has never been that close to the United States, no matter how you look at it.
Golden have not the PNP. It's the wrong Golden, sir. This is Bruce. So when you attack the PNP, Golden have the PNP never been, you know, when you look at it. And the PNP not power neither, you know. PNP power stolen away from the PNP September the 3rd. Why attack the PNP? Yeah? Because this guy is a Republican piece of shit. Yes. So I'm saying the Golden PNP never play it again. So right away blame PNP. So you know him have ulterior motive, right?
Reasonable and do things their way. That is not friendship. The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. Ambassador Tapia, you're a former ambassador of the U.S. to Jamaica. Your reaction?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is Golding has, the PNP has never been that close to the United States, no matter how you look at it. And Golding is just blowing off air when he actually made a comment in there about Trump losing the election. That it was.
What did I say about losing the election? How about Trump and losing the election? So what you say about the PNP and about Golden and say losing the election? And you say this Golden is not the PNP?
Stolen. So you can see where his thought process and his mind is not positive. His mind is in that speech is negative towards the United States.
So him negative because him a PNP. You fucking idiot. So a PNP blame him. A PNP this people never hear so a PNP ma blame. I know Mark Golden a talk piece of shit. It's Bruce Golden. Yeah. Yeah, no, but him think a PNP. Him say them never close. And what them do. You don't see what him say quiet. You never hear it, you know. So right away, him attack the PNP. And talk about PNP spread rumor upon PUMS VAZ.
Foreign deportees, when we are struggling to look after our own people. That is not friendship. True friends don't abuse your friendship. They don't make unreasonable demands of you. They should be there to help you out. Holding a gun to your head and insisting that you must be reasonable and do things their way, that is not friendship.
We're not talking about him, I talk about speak truth right now. Because no, him not talk about that. Him say PNP no bow. So him couldn't say Bruce Golden and say what Bruce Golden say. Bruce Golden never say PNP bow neither. Him couldn't talk that think the boy couldn't talk that Marine. What you say Marine man? Maybe the turtle boy say. Him say a true PNP no bow. And TAPIA say the PNP, not Bruce. So Bruce not say PNP bow neither. Bruce talk about when I made like a film speech. Like a film stand and a film stand this. So him attack PNP. Him think PNP, him think another one. Yeah. You know, I'm confused and I'm head, so I'm attack the PNP. Same time and I say just listen to him and he might say Donald Trump. Some things I'm not Golden. Yeah, from me I say a Golden, him just have it in a film look at dirty head. Yeah. and attack the PNP same time. Continue.
The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
It is.
Former
Big Mama could have stopped this. Big Mama could have said, no. Yeah. Big Mama could have said, no, but it's not the PNP. Mark Golden speaking is Bruce calling the JLP. Him not say it. Him don't. If the man start with the Golden, the PNP never in a US. Him not say no. Is Bruce this? Is not Mark. You don't notice him not say it. Just listen here.
Prime Minister Bruce Golding. Ambassador Tapia, you're a former ambassador of the U.S. to Jamaica. Your reaction?
Well, the first thing is Golding has, the PNP has never been that close to the United States, no matter how you look at it. And Golding is just blowing off air when he actually made a comment in there about Trump losing the election, that it was stolen. So you can see where his thought process and his mind is not.
You can't see where your mind is. So right away, I blame the PNP and Golding. A PNP attacking. We never see a PNP attack. That big dirty thinking when a blue wheel. Him not correct Tilapia, you know, and say it's not the PNP attack, you know, it's the former JLP Prime Minister. Him love him fierce at the PNP because this is what Big Mama like too. So that the two nastiness them sit down and discuss the PNP and about the PNP. So you see, say it's an unprovoked attack. Him not correct. Tilapia where head around. And Big Mama head around too, you know, him not correct it. Because, you know, him have to sit down and try to do work. I remember the rent of a pay, you know. This is bullshit. You never hear some PNP, because he might say about PNP again, not JLP, you know. Listen again.
Not positive. His mind is in that speech is negative towards the United States, positive to his own party. So it's
who is one party? So right away I'm thinking of the PNP. Yeah, him knows a Big Mama liberate too, you know. So attack who him attack, you know. So him bring God, that's why Big Mama is a piece of shit. Shouldn't call him. Yeah. Big Mama could have correct him, but Big Mama like this, you know. I mean, hear it. I'm first married and I say, but this not good. Yeah. Yeah. But that is it. Him head around. But Big Mama could have correct him and say, no, it's not the PNP Mark Golding. He might attack the PNP same time. Hear this.
One of those things that you take with a grain of salt.
But did you hear him make a reference to Trump losing an election? Did he?
He might talk about China under the PNP, everything at the PNP. So he might, Big Mama is a piece of stinker too, you know. Hey, not pass my ears, them, you know. Not pass me ears. Continue.
I didn't hear.
Yes, he said something we didn't lose. He said he made a comment about and I didn't lose the election. Or no, the election was taken.
Well,
it was stolen. That's what the words were. The election was stolen. So that was in reference to.
No, Ambassador. Let's play it again.
What is being done to us is not friendship. Imposing arbitrary tariffs on us when we are struggling to make our goods competitive in a difficult market is not friendship. Dictating to us who we must do business with is not friendship. Forcing us to accept foreign deportees when we are struggling to look after our own people, that is not friendship. True friends don't abuse your friendship. They don't make unreasonable demands of you. They should.
So Big Mama attack him, the two of them attack people for either. So another little speech alone, Bruce over there make a long speech. He might hear the end part, so you see Big Mama using brain too, you know. But him not correct him, say it's not the PNP attack, I labor right. Hear this.
A bit there to help you out. Holding a gun to your head and insisting that you must be reasonable and do things their way, that is not friendship. The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
I don't hear any reference to Trump losing.
Yeah, you got to go through his whole program.
You say you got to listen to the whole program. Big Mama going like imagine that too, you know. He might come back and attack the PNP again. I know Big Mama not correct him and say no. Bruce called him a labor right. Him welcome Big Mama because he knows a labor right. And then he might attack the PNP from start, and he might continue to attack the PNP straight. Listen.
At the end, he'll make a real snide remark to the fact about the election being stolen. But we can move on from that.
Yeah.
The first thing is the PNP, when they were in power for all those years and so forth, were not really a partnership with the U.S. They've got good people there. I mean, they've got good things, but at the same time, you've got a two-party system there. And of course, what he's saying is that we are not.
I'm from the PNP when they're in power, and when I'm saying, and Big Mama say no abuse. He must style the PNP and things abuse a PNP. I know Mark attacking, and Big Mama say to you, what I'm saying? When them in a power and when attack, so I'm connect it from start me here. You never hear it. A PNP attack him things I'm not going. So I'm take boost I'm not going, you know. And Big Mama sit down here so and put out the garbage and make the man attack PNP and come up attack bullshit about PUMS VAZ. Then them put it up. Pay them garbage a Big Mama with a guy with them brain in the brain less than a female. Tilapia in the brain. It shrink down. Yeah. You understand? Me not farm narrative, Winter. Yeah. Forge a narrative. Yes, Winter. I don't know, but this yes again. At the PNP for the years when them in a power. So when you hear him talk, he might dress him like a Mark Walden, he might talk to, you know. And the PNP he might talk about, you know. I said this about Donald Trump and them never good for morning. Them don't like that up, yeah? You understand? Yeah, them can't spin it, get it?
They don't make unreasonable demands of you. They should be there to help you out. Holding a gun to your head and insisting that you must be reasonable and do.
The PNP for morning when them in power, hear how him talk. That's why. And I know this piece of shit not correct the man and say no. I know the PNP this. He make it run. Them attack PNP. Bruce Colin said.
Things their way. That is not friendship. The United States has put us under severe stress. That's not what friends are for.
I don't hear any reference to Trump losing.
Yeah, you got to go through the whole program. At the end, he'll make a real snide remark to the fact about the election being stolen. But we can move on from that.
Yeah.
The first thing is the PNP, when they were in power for all those years and so forth, were not really a partnership with the U.S. They've got good people there. I mean, they've got good things, but at the same time, you've got a two-party system there. And of course, what he's saying is that we are not a good partner. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the United States has always been a good partner to Jamaica.
Yes, PNP blame. So I never hear this. So I take bills now for Margolin. And I burn out the PNP, big nasty tilapia. I'm big dirty thinking, mama. I burn out the PNP. If you're not there, you know, I talk the PNP, and then him come with more lies. I'm lie back too, you know. Him and Big Mama no different. Them and Joan is so different. So the PNP attack for Bruce Collins' speech.
Yeah. Yes, we have problems. Yes, we have disagreements. Yes, we ask things of Jamaica, the same as in the backside, is Jamaica asks things of the U.S. Mm-hmm. So it's a shaking hands of trying to be partners, but yet it's like being married. You're not always going to agree with your wife. She's not always going to agree with you.
Mm-hmm. But I think what the former Prime Minister was insisting on, though, is the diplomacy that is being practiced.
I think what the former Prime Minister, I remember correctly, I say he's not the he was a JLP former Prime Minister. I remember correctly, no. I think what the same just start like a normal thing when the man be PNP. This is bad. Continue.
By the Trump administration is unlike what we have seen in previous times. It's unprecedented, where, as he said, they're literally, or symbolically, not literally, putting a gun to your head And if you don't fall in line, you're punished. Yes, you're slapped with tariffs that
I leave back the PNP name again enough. Hear this.
will make your economy virtually in shambles. I think that is the point.
Well, Hugh, I cannot, in some ways, I agree with them from the standpoint of the tariffs that the present administration has put towards many countries, especially our friends, which is Canada and Mexico. I, as an individual and as a person that looks at it from a global standpoint, I disagree with, but at the same time, I'm not in a position of power to change that. Here, Mexico is a.
So in no position for change, but you a little position with them saying the ambassador you couldn't have power for change, no. If you go out, you couldn't change at the ambassador. He's a lapdog with them saying out. To represent them thing, you can't trick nobody. All right, continue.
To the U.S., to the automotive industry, is very strong in parts and so forth. Canada, the thing that bothers me about Canada is that we receive timber and so forth from there. It's a small country with a small population. It's a big country, but a small population. So my views does not. I can't disagree with some of the statements he's making, but at the same time, I am not in the position or in the power to change that. And when the tariffs go on to other countries, it hurts your economy. The same as the U.S. economy. If you look at the U.S. economy, they say that it's booming. It's not booming from the standpoint of the average American person, because the cost of goods, gasoline, housing, food has gone up here in the U.S. So I just, when you're in a position where they try to tie you to a party, a Republican or a Democratic Party, or the PNP and the JLP, there's going to be disagreements, and people that are here are going to say things and do things that we would disagree with. I disagree with this. The first Trump administration is entirely different than the second Trump administration. We're seeing that. Do I agree with the president today and some of the things that he's doing? No.
For example,
if I was the ambassador to Jamaica from the U.S., I would have a problem there. You have an incoming ambassador that actually says I'm Donald Trump in high heels.
Well,
so that's something that you should be looking at. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but she Carrie Lake, the nominated ambassador, we don't know if she will be confirmed. She has made it clear that she wants Jamaica to distance itself from China.
If I blame the PNP again now, because although China have the percentage in the WAF, our people really are on the WAF, who are on the WAF. Yeah, but no, I blame the PNP again.
Which has been a good partner to Jamaica over a number of years, providing capital for very critical infrastructural development that the United States has not been able or not done. And she's now telling us that we should cut ties with China.
I have to correct that statement. I agree with on the back part, but the first part, when I was the ambassador there, we had a very good relationship. The first thing is that I came in when China took over the ports. Keep in mind that China controls the ports there in Jamaica. That was under the PNP. So when you turn around, you look
but anyway,
at a long term, you can say things like that, but at the same time, China was taking it. Look at your highways; they control your highways and so forth. So there were things that were taking place there.
But they didn't control they don't control the ports, Ambassador Tapia. China doesn't control our ports.
They actually have the port. They were the managers of the ports. Then you might say.
No. There's no evidence of that. No, sir. The Chinese don't control our ports. Our ports is run by the Port Authority of Jamaica. that is essentially a government-owned and operated entity. No.
Well, go back and you and research, and you'll see that the Chinese had the big influence on it, the same as they had that they had a big influence on. I'm trying to think of the port that they now have backed away from on the south side of Jamaica. It was the ore that they were transporting.
And then they continent, and then I beat the PNP same way. And I know big mama na correct him, you know. So here them look, me pick out the part when I'm talk about PUMS VAZ now and the lies where I'm tell. Remember, you know, me just play in 2021 when him can't do nothing. He might ask somebody for looking at thing. No, he might say him order FBI. Him couldn't order the FBI. Him embassy them couldn't order them. Him can just tell them say something I want and they just wire up something to embarrass them and them will investigate something. But him cannot order no FBI over there and tell them like him are the president. Yeah? Not even the president does like that, just can't just, you know, unless there's some international affair, well, then I'll jump up with him at the narc and all the good things now, you know. Let me play this. Hear this now, what they come up with. Hear this.
Leading rumors and hearsay led to the revocation of the United States visa of West Portland Member of Parliament Darrell Vaz in 2019. That's the revelation of former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica Donald Tapia. Tapia was speaking on...
The people, if him did have revelation from 2021, when him come out, doesn't matter him that said the same thing from that? Don't him say him a send and him go investigate or something? Eh? No, he must send for acts from 2021. No, at 26. Remember, he a farmer in a 21. No, he come up with, he rush the PNP and then come up with a garbage like this. He not have no brains left, swing like a pea, hear this.
Nationwide's Cliff Hughes online on Tuesday. Mahiri Stewart has that story.
The matter of Darrell Vaz's U.S. visa is back in the headlines after numerous videos rehashing the matter popped up on social media last week. Washington revoked his visa in 2019, but it was reinstated in September 2021.
But that's a lie. In visa, him get a 1 year something, a little extra, a 1 year thing. So if it reinstated, him have it. For 10 years, him have the government visa, then have something. It's a lie. You hear them talk? This is misleading again. Him not have no visa reinstated from 2021. Remember, I put it up in a used to say it have some guava with it. Yeah, tilapia, I not no sense, man. You understand? Him go up there regular and chat for quick. Continue.
Former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica Donald Tapia was asked what led to the revocation on Cliff Hughes Online on Tuesday morning. Tapia says Vaz's visa was revoked because the U.S. was misled. He says a dossier provided to him suggested that Vaz had a criminal past. But he adds that investigations by several U.S. agencies could find nothing to support the claim.
Is that we started taking a look at all the dossiers and so forth that I had. The question was, I saw nothing that I had in file, in records in Jamaica against Vaz. So what I did is I called all my intel, INS, the FBI, the Drug Administration. I called everybody into a meeting in the embassy, all my officers there. And I said, I want you to research.
You too fucking lie. You couldn't call your officers for your other fucking thing 2021, you piece of shit. But him call all him officers and him tell him too fucking lie. And by the way, ambassador, them don't have to pass on things to them country. So I'm gonna call them, all my officers in not have them powers there. This is bullshit. A garbage him attack. Go listen him 2021 when him send something and ask them something. And him not have the powers to do nothing. But now he might tell you, him call all him officers. Remember playing 2021? Hey, that's why I like draw back for the clip and hold them in. Remember yeah, what I'm saying, so. Remember come back here, so. Me draw back for the clip 2020 fucking one. Your piece of shit. You don't know me have the clip. Him too fucking lie. Him's a piece of shit. Listen what I'm saying 2021 and I play about that.
to ensure the wrong is corrected.
Yes.
Former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald TAPIA, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019. In fact, Mr. Tapia went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected. When we contacted Mr. Tapia for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs
in past information to Bureau of Consular Affairs in 2021. So, oh, him a feed one of him officer now, and him call them and you FBI, him brains are running out. So, let me take my time with him. This is all the fuck alive. Because him cannot do nothing. Him couldn't do nothing. Nothing. Zero. Same pass information to the Consular Affairs in Washington. No, it's a different fucking song he must sing. And them I run with that. This is how the fuck I lie. Me tell the same lie like Andrew on this, me think I joke. Remember yourself couldn't do nothing in 2021, you know. Now I'm older, 2026. He come up with this big lie and him someone who. All these are lies. You depend tape I tell you what you fucking do. You ask them if them can look into a matter. And it's not the FBI who you said to Consular Affairs. Like I report something to the IC. And I say, you can look into this, see me, but you don't have the powers to do nothing. But you still come on a ocean-wide abyss and come tell such a lie again, brother. But you don't tell lie on PNP, brother. When you sit there, be a lie matter. You're the guy saying, let's see when pass it to, let's see ya.
It is quite unusual for a former U.S. ambassador to come out defending a Jamaican politician whose visa was revoked under their watch. But on Monday, former U.S. ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019. In fact, Mr. Tapia went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected. When we contacted Mr. Tapia for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs in Washington, D.C., and he is awaiting a response on how to proceed. As for Mr. Vaz,
I did.
All right, move him. So I'm waiting for a response. So him can't do nothing. The Bureau of Consular Affairs, that's what you have. Oh, you are. When you ask them for looking at a matter for you, and they just let me check it out for you. Something. Bureau of Consular Affairs. But yes, still, he might tell you now, him call up the whole man, them an office. Him forgot to him say that 2021. Remember, him have those powers, he never have no office when him talk. Him don't. And him tell you, him can't do nothing. I'm going to continue to play this.
Hear the response from Ambassador Tapia this morning, for which I really respect, because he did not have to do that. And it must have been weighing heavily on him for him to say what he said.
Despite this, Mr. Vaz said he was not surprised by the former ambassador's statement. He told TVJ News that Mr. Tapia called him on Sunday and was literally in tears.
It's a process, it's a courtesy, and I hold no malice.
Mr. Vaz is still without a U.S. visa. However, after it was revoked, he filed an appeal.
I've been hearing from Ambassador Marks in Washington from time to time, but nothing concrete, just in terms of whatever has been happening in relation to the process, but no discussions or guarantee as to whether or not visa would be returned or reinstated or not. And as I said, it's not something that that you can rush. It's a process, and I understand fully.
However, Mr. Vaz stressed that there are other forces at play which led...
I'm not make no sense that I'm a parallel losing visa. To one a PNP, one a JLP. Let me go back to Tilapia with him fuck, you know. Let me hear this.
So what I did is I called all my intel, INS, the FBI, the Drug Administration. I called everybody into a meeting in the embassy, all my officers there. And I said, I want you to research whatever files they have in...
Him couldn't do this because him did out of office. Some couldn't call all him telling a film officer and say, I want you to do this, sir. And I'm tell 2020, it's 2026, you know. 2020 fucking one, him out of office, him never even have office. This guy's a fucking liar. You see him lie? Because this is how Andrew them talk. They may say one thing to them, but me like, me no do tabloid, you know. So I like hold them by them one word, no, when I set them, facts check them. Big news media fact check them like CNN or BBC. You fact check the fucker. This is how I'm lying. Tilapia lie, man, blaming PNP for Vaz matter. Him blame PNP too, but him can't lose call in PNP. Yes. Yeah? So this is how the fucker lies. Same call the one of them in the office. After him send ask the bureau for counsel if them can look in at this. Yeah? In the vein and power. But yesterday gone pan breeder yesterday at chat a fuckery. You forgot say you put do the tape and you did out of power them time better. Oh you lie wicked so better. Eh? It coming like you think every Jamaican dance and foo like the one I shit, you know. Yeah, big mama shit, man. Throw on shit. This all them like eh? Can you imagine how somebody can lie so better? Eh? Him tell him send the thing 2021, him never have no power, him never nothing. Him come back and say, well, I can't do nothing, but him can recommend. No, him come back and say, him call everybody FBI and everybody in him office with a liar piece of shit self. Eh? It'll be classified, no, but him couldn't call him and never tell him these things. Because him don't know. So if you don't know why FBI and these people are coming at you, and you never have office to call them in. I've sent it to the Bureau of Counsel where him send it to. Eh? And you call people in your office a piece of shit, yo. Eh? Well, take on where you say, brother. And we're going back where you can get it out. You can't look on Jamaica and look at it. Hey, this when them come and make them speech, you have to draw back from the Genesis. And you show all of them like the one of them are germs together. Yeah? Continue.
In Washington and all the files that we have here. And I want, within 30 days or with 45 days, I want a report of everything that they have against this minister.
But
him liar fuck! People, not the same man when him out when he was a farmer man and the first he come make a speech and he had PUMS VAZ and call him. Him to Washington and everything, and I want everything on my office like him a president. They would not do that. So I'm against this minister. This is how the fuck I lie. If you got say, brother, hey, Tilapia, everything where you say documented, sir. Well, you feel say, you do it like them where you feel everybody forgot that. So when you come talk now, we are going to run with what you say. No, we are going with what you say first, brother. We are fact check here. Everything what they out that's a bullshit. And you know, I've done power, I ask you. You know how counsel and these things. You see, we study a lot of things that them can't trip upon, you know. Yeah, we know the yes man thing. Every fucking thing out of animal PNP, him is a piece of shit. Tilapia a piece of shit. Just like Andrew only some dirty thinking, PUMS VAZ and Nancy Big Mama, and even the president. Them are shit. They're a piece of shit. Tilapia is a piece of shit. And them brain sweet like a pea brain. You know, have no value in a Jamaica, no better. If you go away, you can bleat and just lie so. If you're an old man, brother, you should have sit down and you're rocking chair, things are right. If you have a next 10 years, have a 5 or a 2, you know, just go on and more than you get up and tell lie. You tell lie upon PNP to backside and attack PNP. He's a piece of shit, brother. Yeah? Everything out time out is a lie. Him documented, remember, it was him could. I'm a matter of fact, him have a next one. I can't do nothing, but you know, him have a voice out film, and him have a try. Him have it documented. Him the video saying this thing. In the TV reports, in the TV interviews. No matter about him, other people in office and say, search on FBI. Him can't have FBI like that for search for nobody. When them have something about you, them have something about you. So everything out of the fuck come out right now a lie. He fool you fuck. Tilapia go away, man. He's a piece of shit. Continue.
Ambassador Tapia says their investigations revealed that the rhetoric suggesting Darrell Vaz had run-ins with the law was all hearsay murmured during a PNP administration.
So the whole of this a lie again. Came upon PNP, and I did speak mama them one spread. Everything out of tilapia mouth a fuckery. Because what having me say it was no ambassador. And him couldn't order nobody at all to come. He never have an office, by the way. In their yard, they're a private citizen. From around 2020, yes. From that time, them leave. So listen to me. 2021, when them do this, I'm an ambassador. The report when they show you. So when them come and tell the boy and at them time them say, well, him call and him send it to the bureau in Washington. And your boss say no, you about nothing. But yes, you order and them boy you with your piece of liar fucking idiot self. If you go man, so the Republican lion like the jail people now shit. Yeah? Shit! Play this.
There was 14 people in that room, and we went through every challenge and every charge against Dale Vaz that was brought against Dale Vaz. And then most of the charges was brought against Dale Vaz when his father and so forth was the minister, and he was connected to it, and most of those charges came from the PNP. Okay, here's.
So you know when though, you know when I talk about when read about when the matter about challenge and most of the charge came from the PNP when Darrell Vaz, he might repeat where him read my paper and I observe and fully of fuck. Him say when Darrell Vaz say him see the thing on the wall with Diana Smith about murder and thing, and it come from the PNP. Him say most of this come from the PNP. Yeah, man, and the same thing the fuck I repeat. Same thing I repeat. Yeah? Same fucking thing the fuck I repeat. You know, you hear that thing I repeat out of the observer. Him fool your fuck. Who never hear him? Him never in the office. Him say him not have no power. Him never have no power for you, for do nothing. And you see him come and repeat fuckery. But Darrell Vaz I repeat when he make the interview, I said I come from the PNP because him say a thing about Sucker Lane. And the fucker come and repeat the same thing in front of me. Me tell you say my garbage. No two way my garbage. Play again.
There was never, and I repeated that 3 times, never anything in the files that was being archived in Washington, D.C., or archived there in Jamaica that brought Dale Vaz into being involved in.
Yeah, no. Our archive, you, as a former ambassador, it are going to archive. I'm going to put that in an archive, brother. So, police thing you want to have. So, you couldn't get a file in an archive in Jamaica with Darrell Vaz. Me not tell you garbage and talk. There's not a file in Washington, in an archive. You can't go into the archive, you know. Let me tell you this. If you're a farmer anything, them not allow you, your clearance can't pan enough things. You don't have that. Because if you have that, you can betray and mash up America. So whether you're police and you leave it, whether you're FBI, you leave, you don't have no clearance. You don't know not what going into them and change that up. When you walk through the fucking door, if you retire or you leave, that's it. When in here, so they're not going to give him certain briefing neither. Because he may run in brains and let go certain things. Them not and also the murk. Him can't tell me nothing. Keep the murk, so everybody don't know them secret and everything. You're old and you're senile and then them things start leak up. And also the murk. When you leave, you leave. See you turn back, you're normal citizen and everything. You understand? Certain people, where you have the president, them protect them because through them the certain good things, their life. Because they don't want nobody kidnap you then and you understand, but them now give certain things. You know, go get them thing there. They might tell you, so no trouble here, so if you have trouble here, so I have to send this and they have to protect you, you know. But as a president, you don't drive back on the road again for life, you know. No, you're not going up on a steering wheel and them thing there again, you know. You don't drive. You drive, maybe if you have some grants and them thing, they can go on your wheel. But them allow you to do certain things. You understand? Him can't tell me other thing running now. It's there, you can go look it up. So him and not him does shit pan shoes here. Him and Big Mama. The whole of this way I talk about in an archive in a Jamaica. You ever hear them keep things in an archive in a Jamaica? Yeah, the fucker in a nothing with Darrell Vaz in an archive in a desert. And remember him and a Jamaican government. And in an archive. You don't keep things in an archive like that, man. With Darrell PUMS VAZ, you mad? Yes.
In the files that was being archived in Washington, D.C., or archived there in Jamaica that brought Dale Vaz into being involved in drugs, guns, narcotics. It was all hearsay.
So, Anzalia, not even the archive in Jamaica. Him couldn't have an archive in Jamaica. He fool the fuck. The archive in Jamaica is all hearsay. And drugs and guns. You're too big and stink. You too big and stink. Yeah? So, so if I hear say, why you never get him? If you were so powerful, why you never give him back up 10 years visa? Or you not get it back? And I hear say, everything when talk can be a bullshit. Him talk 2020, everything out of the man mouth a lie. Like him could have gone to Jamaica and go in an archive and sit there and look to the Red Vaz name in an archive. You fucking said you. You see, you have some things that will not reveal to even the government. And them know that. Police them know that. And they say thief it out. I'll be a fucking talk. Nothing of valid out time out, them shit. Nothing.
Ambassador Tapia says he even discussed the matter during a dinner with the then PNP president, Dr. Peter Phillips.
And it just came up when I had a meeting with Philip, the head of the PNP dinner, that I challenged him on. The fact is where I see some of the statements that have been made by some of your administration, but I can't find anything. Do you have anything of concrete that you can hand over to the U.S. government on Dale Vaz's action and anything that have been said?
You had a meeting with Phillips of the PNP?
That's right. I had a dinner with. It was during his administration that all the charges and so forth came forward.
Him lie again. Because not 2021, Phillips never did about when him send it to the bureau. So the one of this a lie. A lie. You go call Philip, and him could go ask Philip, say, go looking at an archive and looking at this and that. I'll be a fuck him at all. If you have dinner with the man, you couldn't go bring up this and talk about under your this and that, because that never happened. Me not even ask him. Peter Phillips say, here, man, say him. Him is a liar. Me not even ask him. Because Philip leave 2020, you know. TAPIA talk 2021, you know. Say him not know and him are invested. Look at this is 2020 Philip leave. And then Mark Walden them run. Look on this now. TAPIA have to go away, you know. Hear this. Hear this. This is 20. Look on the date.
Was revoked under their watch. But on Monday.
Look on the date when this man come out and say him send the thing go up there, so. But yes, still. So why you not send something for go up a bureau for go look and ask them for go looking at? Him's a bomber or liar, him that shit. Hear this.
Former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019. In fact, Mr. Tapia went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected.
So better, if him did remember Peter Phillips said about from 2020. You couldn't have dinner with the man from 2020 last election. This is 2021. And he must say, well, me forgot to do. Him a farmer. And him just come out here for 2021 with this. No, I'm tell about Peter Phillips and when him the one this is bullshit. This is 2021. And him look through this and that. But this is 2021. I know that Vaz can get back in visa now. Look here.
When we contacted Mr. Tapia for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs.
So all you pass on U.S. information to U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs. But you say you talk to everybody, FBI, then why you pass on so what is U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs? U.S. 2021, this, you know. This is 2021. U.S. of Council. Not to answer that fear, Mrs. Look at. What is U.S. Bureau Consular Affairs? I asked them send the message to. I asked them. No, I'm talk some fuck about him talk to everybody. And this him say so. The Bureau of Consular Affairs is that with a division of the U.S. Department of State, not a consular affair in meaning passport help U.S. citizen in other countries. and visa for people who want to visit or move to America. Okay. Let me see what them do. Look what them do now. What the bureau does, give out passport, help Americans who get sick, hurt, or arrested in other countries, issue travel and immigrant visas, run green card, lottery. So this him send Darrell Vaz fucking thing too. And now I'm coming here to tell about a fuckery. You see what I do? This is what the bureau does. I'll be a fuck me tell us, I'll be a line tell and be a fucking tax. See what? Cheater. It give out US passport, help Americans who get sick, hurt, or arrested in other countries. Issue travel and immigrant visas, run green card, diversity, visa lottery. And when send the thing go, it have nothing to do with PUMS VAZ. For your US citizen, and it help you get back your passport or do some other little things and go these kind of things overseas, they get in trouble and you send it to them. And then send it. See that, hear this. Not my word. Remember, I can't look up him head around water, you know. So him do this, and him call everybody now, you fucking idiot. It's a 2021 when him does a jump on Darrell Vaz fucking shit. Everything out of the man mouth alive. Me tell you, them dangerous, you know.
That come out defending a Jamaican politician whose visa was revoked under their watch. But on Monday, former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald TAPIA, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019. In fact, Mr. TAPIA went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected. When we contacted Mr.
And I like him to do something before. He will be doing the best he can in July 2021. Peter Phillips wasn't there. And Mark Golden are the leader of the opposition them time. From around November 2020, right? After the election, Peter Phillips stepped up. Him and this time at the road feet. Yeah, Mark Golden are the opposition leader them time. Him say, he will be doing. Never said me do. He will. Wait, hey, let me ask you something now. Alpha Henry. Yeah. Let me ask you something now. Anthony. If me say I will be doing, he will be doing something for help. It means I'm gonna do it already. I'm never try to do something for help. Yeah? Him say he will be doing, try to do something. Him not say him do it, And this is the first time him jump on it. This is July 2021. Mark Golden are the opposition leader. Now him come with Big Mama talk one bag of things on him going which archive him could have gone in a Jamaica archive. He can't go to the police post going to the archive or nothing at all. There is no archive thing going on. Yeah. You not do it yet. But him say, I'm going to do it. He going to do it. And this is July 2021. And when I'm sending him send it to the bureau. Yeah, when I'm sending, let me show you what the bureau doing now. Let me play it back. Play it back. Your piece of shit.
In fact, Mr. TAPIA went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected. When we contacted Mr. TAPIA for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs.
So the Consular Affairs, yeah. So what do you, brother? So what the Bureau do, yeah? And the Bureau, see there? Bureau of Consular Affairs, United States. See where do your people? And at the same Senate go. Yeah, same Senate go, And no matter about it might idiot, Just look on the Consular Affairs. And him talk on TVJ News. This is when him happy and not a thing fuckery. No him come with a bag of fuckery. And then I talk about the PNP. And it's a false thing. Everything out of him out of bullshit. Politics inside my play with him look all self. Him for go away with happy. Tilapia piece of shit. This is July 2021. Him and nobody them time than I know. Him not even the ambassador. Serve him time already. Yeah? So everything we say I saw is a bullshit. Garbage. Let me call you back in a minute. Soon call you back. Soon done. Soon done. You're good man. Yeah, garbage this. So everything we must say right I saw. Total foolishness. Garbage. Yeah. Yes. So I remember, you know, at the PNP my rush. Yeah? No, but this I tell him said it at the Bureau Council Affairs when I do not like that. If them can't do nothing. Him the same Senator FBI. Yes, same. See that Bureau, see that of Council Affairs. I'm at a fact here, yeah.
It is quite unusual for a former U.S. ambassador to come out defending a Jamaican politician whose visa was revoked under their watch. But on Monday, former U.S. ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, said a wrong was done when West Portland Member of Parliament and Government Minister Darrell Vaz's United States visa was revoked in November 2019. In fact, Mr. Tapia went as far as saying he will be doing the best he can to ensure the wrong is corrected. When we contacted Mr. Tapia for further comments, he told us all the information has been passed on to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs in Washington, D.C., and he is awaiting a response on how to...
I'm waiting for a response from these people. This is what the Bureau doing in Washington, D.C. Look, I don't want to read it for myself, but me I say it. So the Bureau do here. See the Bureau of Consular Affairs. See what them do there? Then give a U.S. passport, them help American who get sick and hurt are arrested in other country, issue travel and immigrant visas, and run green card diversity lottery. You know, them have a lottery like 50,000 people, them pick up. And that the Bureau of Consular Affairs too. And him send Darrell package to them. No, I'm come and talk about Big Mama yesterday. And everybody in my office, it was not listen. When him come out at July 2021, it was not even an embassy war. It is a piece of shit. Everything come out of the guy out a lie. And PNP them say them at a PR again, you know. PR. Hey, Bolo, hope you listen to this to beat them with it, you know. So me give the whole thing there. This is move in front of me. You think I want to you? I said, come on, hey. Him think I just enjoy alone them around. Him a piece of shit too, man. Go ahead, man. I feel bad report and be a fuck him though. If you go to man, but him think I just what you think? You think I just want to let them alone me run from front of me. You are shit you have to move to. You're a big mama. I'm not garbage. Let me just go to this now, you know. And by the way, the police, when them say right a letter they when them kill. Me see him lady put up. Him nice lady. In a letter on the right, and cut the man short and write the fuckery. Him lady said she never know him now come home and put him up. This make it even worse. When you spooky. When you kill a soup down there already. Anyway, I want to come bust a man a throat and tell lie on him. This is bullshit. More I go for the Ghana president now, you know. I'm not sure Andrew something. Let me teach you something. Let me play this part. Let me take out the music. Because I don't want the music play night. But see how stop, she can't believe him gone. See that? Look here. See how there? See her name. But in the letter, no right, say nothing at all. The man have him nice lady there, so. Maybe him have him youth them same way. She put him up there, see there? See him there? Why man look on the youth? Why man just split him short? I can't in this. Come on now. Yeah. So I'm split him one short. You know garbage, you know. And then he might clean up the blood when him dead. Now garbage, you know, man. Eh? And by the way, me get a house with one of the CTAP thing where them said done for 6 months. No one go bust that one of the CTAP guy them. 6 months done that a nice big house, man. House the big. I have it, you know. When I say I have your house, I have your house. But I don't want to bust it on this. I want to deal with something else. I have so much thing for deal, so much thing that I made. But I still have to come deal with no case because I don't have no manners. See? But I have the house. The house, who know the house here? Maybe the house there. If them don't know it, let me give them a look at piece. Now, a big house here. The house here. 6 months a big house I put up, you know. Well, it coming like quote money around. But I'm not going to talk about it yet. Because them says the boss from Sita house this. Well, 5,000 key gone and boss man, them say your house that, you know. 6 months apart, the belong, you know. Boy, Black Star and still around, man. 6 months. And they don't go get dispersed. Me soon go talk about that. All right, so I want to listen this. I want to listen. Are you put it up on this? When you listen to Ghana president, yeah? I'm just here the 4M, the 3M where I big up. Where we mean things to Africa. And look how them deal with them, 2 of them M there. Look how them deal with 2 of them M here. Look here, hear this.
Your very comprehensive brief on the discussions we have had. I want to thank you for your kind invitation to visit Jamaica on this auspicious anniversary, and to thank you for the hospitality we have enjoyed since we arrived here. But also to thank you in advance for your acceptance of my invitation to visit Ghana on the occasion of our 70th independence anniversary next year. I want to thank you very much. I just add to what you said about the historic relations between us.
Why you listen to historic relation, yeah? And why you listen to hear anything with Buster anybody? Just listen to this. And look what Andrew is a piece of shit, you know. Look what you are trying to do to a man will uplift even Africa. And look how I try to do to that man with the lies and deceitful. You are the worst piece of shit ever in any time, brother. You come like tilapia them, you know. Same thing. Well, they and them mix up on Big Mama. Yeah? Continue.
With the advent of Pan-Africanism during the period of colonialism, several strong pro-African came together at the Pan-African Congress.
Yeah, I'm talking about pro-African. Listen now, just listen here.
And held initial discussions that began the move towards the liberation from colonial domination. And among those strong Pan-Africanists of the time were Marcus Garvey, our own president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and several others. You have outlined the influence that Marcus Garvey had on President Kwame Nkrumah. It was very profound. And in many of President Nkrumah's writings, he acknowledges that several of the visions that he had in terms of Pan-Africanism and the liberation from colonial domination were inspired by Marcus Garvey. And it's obvious to tell from some of the programs he implemented when he became president, after Ghana became...
Oh, you hear it too. You hear suspicious invitation. It's suspicious, of course. You hear it. I think you never hear it. All right. After me know someone in a class, I listen good. I saw them listen keenly. It's a suspicious invitation. But me don't go to mandate, you know. I mean, I have to pick it up, but you hear it though. All right. You go back on the top of it, you hear it. Continue.
Newly independent. A lot of the inspiration and the vision for the industries he set up, the economic programs he implemented were taking from the teachings of Marcus Garvey. And so no wonder we call Ghana the Black Star of Africa, which was a concept that Marcus Garvey promoted. No wonder we had the Black Star shipping line, which was a project that Marcus Garvey himself initiated, and several other of such programs. And so while they worked in solidarity in those days, including Prime Minister Michael Manley, in respect of the non-aligned movements.
So, Andrew, you feel if him just come and you notice them can't leave out Michael Manley name, you forget the people them flowers will build this, will stand up to Africa. In a real life, you have some people don't say where you have draw the man name in a mud. Remember when you sell out the JB, sell out the country with CIA, you know? That are treason for any country, you know, better. And enough of them, Queenie there, Cougar there, Charles there, the other one still there in a Pampas, we don't do all of them involved in this, you know? Yeah? Do all of them, enough of them still there, Bushrock still there. Them should have charged for treason, no two way about it. Me continue. You tell you, you have a Manley too. When you are called the man communist with your outer self, you have me non align. You notice me not I. You notice long time me not non align movement same way. You notice me not a wilderness. You never see me go join. If you walk up and down in a street, me not join that, you know. Me keep me thing different. I'm in a giant group. I'm in a come that mean I'm non aligned movement. Zed, when you notice me, so you can't hold me or nothing. You can't trap me. When me go, when me there party, I just my brethren them, I when me drink water, I open my own buckle. See, Anthony, that see, let me tell you, man, I'm there on me, man. The other day, open my own buckle, I'm good. You understand? Some used to me about that with you have to, you know, our thing them have to different. So, and you know, like them certain people can't say, I say, my price alone, so you know. I mean, you know, I got business on here. Saying, yes. So I do my own things, and you know, me aware of my surrounding, and you know, but 50 years ahead of them. So yes, so my thing them different. Listen this. Where so Winston? Up, listen this. Let me teach you something about great leaders. Statement. Hear this.
Those leaders came together at the time of the Cold War, you know, to work together to protect our countries from undue influence.
Yeah, who come together in the time of the Cold War to protect them country? And not you, Michael Manley. Let me play it back, make him hear. Not you. And you there try to tear down a great leader like this for Jamaica have. Watch them treat him there. Marcus, Manley and Marley. Watch them treat him there. Yeah? When you try to assassinate two of them him there. I want to get the other one back too. And I blame PNP. When you look at nasty self.
Came from the teachings of Marcus Garvey. And so no wonder we call Ghana the Black Star of Africa, which was a concept that Marcus Garvey promoted. No wonder we had the Black Star shipping line, which was a project that Marcus Garvey himself initiated, and several other of such programs. And so while they worked in solidarity in those days, including Prime Minister Michael Manley, in respect of the non-aligned movements, those leaders came together at the time of the Cold War, you know, to work together to protect our countries from undue influence by the various ideological blocs. And in later years, the prophet Bob Marley came on the stream. And
so you want to tell me, Michael Manley, them to protect them, and the later years of Bob Marley, where them they shoot too.
They influenced and inspired people of African descent. Indeed, his song on Zimbabwe's independence continues to be, you know, very popular. Africans are liberating Zimbabwe.
Oh man, that's who we got to fight. And them independence.
And it led not only to the liberation. After Zimbabwe, South Africa also joined and got independent. But even his lyrics about freeing ourselves from mental slavery and all that continue to inspire us. And I'm looking forward anxiously to visiting his museum later this afternoon.
So when you hear the greatness, I want to try to take on a leader. Mr. President Charles, I try to do the same thing, you know. Everything out of him out of lie, you know. Number one, Michael Manley, no worry, now war with gunman and about boss send for him. And Bernard just sit down and tell lie in the 19 early when him come back in a power and Bob Marley to make him Michael Manley to make him see him wife. And when he was a minister, now a man they are dead. Him and him son them just fucked up. I mean, you nobody correct that yet. Remember, we don't know for that yet, you know. We just start from that. See? Because everything about man shoot and Manley nearly, all these are lie. In a 69, man, they're the opposition leader, brother. Yeah, him are the opposition leader. Try to get that in your skull. Manley, a member of parliament, a female parliament, and parliament used to hold more these 10. Yeah, from 1967, yeah? Get it in your skull. Stop telling life on the man. Yeah? Yes. See? He was the opposition leader from March 69. And remember, I'm a run before that. So, you know, it take the whole time when them prepare when them father step down. Him and Vivian Blake run and them win. Yeah? Yes. So know the history. And he was a senator from 1962 when we just get independent to 67 when he run and win. Now the time to do what you say, Mado. He joined the trade union from 1949, sorry. He was a World War II fighter pilot, Canada, Air Force. And his father too. His father was a World War I veteran too, and his uncle died in a battle. His father better. Be a better. If you know the history and stop put out garbage. Stop put out garbage about people. Remember, you play politics with people and we deal with history and business. So we are a fact check you. Any lie you tell the fact check you. Everything out of parental charge more about Michael Manday and about Gunnar Man and him gun and set up the whole of that a lie. Garbage. Can you imagine you have a party and you and there's a proceed a member of parliament and you have to go parliament and you in that and a secure at talk about the people and everything and you are run for a talk about. Not even now. You don't have no union a fight over who want to join them union. Much less than the 60s. And with that gun, he might tell the same as a gun, man. We don't know where him get him gun from, but true in the 70s, where it can put to him so he might run him brain and go and something else. He might manage on the age group. And when man they do union work and they on the road, him never depend him a youth. Same him a just garbage. If him ban around at 36. Then 49 him how much? Number what 13? I'll be a bullshit him talk. Yeah. Yeah. See what my brethren say, and the great statesman, you can't do it. That's why them fi stop at one like you can't remember the world I watch them, you know. Whenever it come to the world, international affairs, the great Jamaican statesman Michael Joshua Manley name must be mentioned. Kudos to the great man. Must. You can't have a man like that and then you play politics with him. Non-alliance movements are in. And by the way, the same carry come, him are the founding father, one of them, or four of them. Where Andrew headed the other day. And you give the man, a man to them farm it. Man, in 1973. Carry come. Jim drive that and farm it that way, yeah, moving around. And then, yeah, man, talk about carry come here again. Manley again, you know, hear this. Continue.
But if this solidarity was built on liberation, we have new opportunities for building that solidarity today. This time is not about liberation from colonial domination. This time it is economic emancipation of our people. And we have no option than to work together, bring our comparative advantages together to be able to create the prosperity that our people deserve. And that's why, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm very happy that you've outlined several of the things that we had the opportunity to discuss. And so, I mean, we discussed bringing Jamaican and Ghanaian business people together. I think that that is one sure way to begin cross-investments between our countries. There are many opportunities that exist here in Jamaica, and there are many opportunities that exist in Ghana. Both of us have the vision of creating our nations into hubs for our sub-region. And so hub to hub, we can cooperate both in investments and in terms of movement of people and services between Accra and Jamaica. And so that was a discussion we had. Today I'm meeting Jamaican business people when I visit the port. We have a working lunch, and so we'll have the opportunity to discuss some of the investments that are available in Ghana, which they can take advantage of, but gives them an opportunity to reach the rest of Africa because of the African Continental Free Trade Area. You are able to produce or manufacture in one country and export to the other 54 countries.
But this bother me do what I must say right there, so you know bother me. Hear this.
That creates a market of 1.4 billion people.
1.4 billion.
With a GDP of almost $3 trillion.
And that's so enough to you. That will show you how the world and long Africa will give them raw material. Because me hear what I'm saying, I'm gonna show you something. I like talk and show you something. International affairs. So Africa 1.4 and a GDP of 3 trillion. If you look it up, it answer 3.8. But when you look on California GDP, it's a 4.25 trillion. California not the whole US. 40 million people who are 1.4 billion. That for sure. I remember out the raw material. Africa big enough. If you drop US, drop Canada, drop China, drop Germany, drop UK, it still have space for all the Caribbean and things in Africa, you know. Africa huge. Now watch how the map show you, know. Just look much square miles in a total. And look on the rest of place, I mean, you know, so it can't fit in it and all. Yeah? You can't fit them country, no tell them others in it and it all. You have 1.4 billion. And them just like 3 trillion or 3 point something trillion. When California alone, I mean, even Canada, we don't go 40 million people. Or let me see, Canada GDP. We look on Canada GDP. Is that same? Africa, Canada, we look on Canada. 40 million people, 40 million. You know, over them by far, 2.42, and then about, you see that? Yeah. Look there. With a GDP like that, with little bit of people. Yeah? Little bit of people, and for them GDP still. Germany, little bit of people. You know, something have to do for Africa. Africa and UK, 3.8. They have around 70 million people, 60 million people. You know, yeah. Look at 3.84 to that, to 4.2. And the same thing with Canada. You know, we put the Germany, see California there, and them will have that. So, you know, it hurt. Anyway, come and tell them about the whole place, right? And you know, Jamaica not gonna link up the whole place. Don't go that I tell them about airplane and remember Jamaica have none of them not correct him here.
And so that opportunity is available. But vice versa, getting Ghanaian investors to look at the opportunities here in Jamaica, in real estate, in construction and manufacturing and several other of those areas. We have to activate the bilateral air services agreement between us. It's currently before our parliament, and we'll fast track it so that it becomes operational, so that either national carriers between Jamaica and Ghana or third-party carriers can fly direct flights from Accra to Montego Bay.
Look, we are in Jamaica, can't fly our flight. Jamaica are not plane, sir.
You are able to produce or manufacture in one country and export to the other 54 countries. That creates a market of 1.4 billion people with a GDP of almost $3 trillion. And so that opportunity is available. But
GDP is supposed to have 40 trillion with so much countries and so much, and them have the raw material sell to the world. And then buy back the thing like 10 or 20 times with them pay the goods itself. You sell the raw material and buy back the goods, the finished product for more money. So you have to keep dog. And them thing, man, they did not teach them, you know. When you see them a fight, that's why they might forget with him. Because they might say, why the third world and with an alliance? Like when they talk about the third world, the man they say, no, we have the, so they might pay the right amount of money. I forget with that man because they might open them eye. And them did that thing, say, well, if the whole Caribbean wise up, so then what happened to it? So I forget with the Manley. That's why, you know. So when you hear Andrew Onis run out and not spread and attack, but man, the idea, and a bullshit attack. The country come to you for Manley idea. Yeah? And Marcus them idea. And respect Bob Marley the same way. Open them eye. And for them economy are like 100 and something billion US. I know enough people living at them place. Same for them economy. Right? But them come with Manley idea, and I tell you.
Vice versa, getting Ghanaian investors to look at the opportunities here in Jamaica, in real estate, in construction, and manufacturing, and several other of those areas. We have to activate the bilateral air services agreement between us. It's currently before our parliament, and we'll fast track it so that it becomes operational, so that either national carriers
him say either national carrier and correct the man and say, but sir, Bruce itself one Bruce and the nose, he said it don't say and get rid of it. Me the man jump up and say PNP said it no. When you have a Jamaican, if you divest to a Jamaican to the so bad like Bushwat don't operate and get back. Bruce sell the plane. Bruce give the plane down to so with them change up. Bruce and give them 20 million with I'll be a 20 million US. I'll be a garbage on attack, I'll pilot drop down and dead over it, man. Broke and then them come up, buy 2 planes, fly Jamaica. One of them crash, I see that gone down to waste. So, this is how we used to. So we couldn't manage it. Same Bruce again. See? When they say either airline, national airline, brother, tell the man 7 have done. When I make a man sit like this, I'm talking, never come back and correct him. So, well, we'd have heard talk about phone airline because we have done. And like Andrew can introduce American airline, because they run per route to make profit. And say make you come run for winner from Mobile go down, You never work like that. We don't have no airline. They continue.
Between Jamaica and Ghana, or third-party carriers can fly direct flights from Accra to Montego Bay. We also discussed, and importantly, Mr. Prime Minister mentioned that the Defense Cooperation Agreement, and that would allow us to have exchanges between our military. But more importantly, like Mr. Prime Minister said, it will allow us to respond to disaster in each other's country in a more timely manner. We're proud that our soldiers came and gave whatever little support they could. We received them back home with pride. They themselves were so at home that they were not in a hurry to come. And so they asked for 3 extensions, which were all granted. And I'm sure if Prime Minister had not begged them and said, look, they need you at home too, they would probably have sought permanent residence here. But we're proud to hear the work they were able to do. And we believe that in future we can respond like that to each other. It is not even the size of the troops that came. It is the symbolism and the solidarity between brother nations. And so we're proud that we were able to do that. We're also happy that we signed the agreement, and soon we'll have a number of Ghanaian health professionals coming to work in the Jamaican health system. But we've also talked about exchange.
So them go look nurse from Ghana. Yeah? We talk about exchange.
Yes, where we bring Jamaican health professionals to Ghana to train and come back home to support the health system. So
that's an exchange. Can you bring them to train them and then come back home to the health system? Train them and exchange that. You train them. Cuba train them already. Eh? You see what I want to do? Continue.
We're looking at exchange of teachers, physics and maths teachers, science teachers, and all that. So these.
That's not going to work neither, You can't have no exchange and a teach about physics and maths. Because I'll be a bullshit attack, That one, they're not going to work. Yeah. All right. Continue. Because what you use in your school, or what you use in your school. So you know, and like your exchange, you can teach what Ghana teach. Yeah. And with them for them thing with them using for them school, because them are for them thing with them using at school. And do a physics and maths, but them have certain books and certain things with them use. So you know that's an exchange. So you know I carry Ghana teaching and carry it down there. And so I teach this in a year thing where now Robert, continue again.
These are all areas that we can activate. I want to commend Jamaica for its resilience in terms of the recovery after Hurricane Melissa. Indeed.
You see, the physics, we have to bring back physics in our school and teach that them know a lot of things are going on in them country and everything. Saying, yes. You understand? So no matter, Mama, you're the relief yourself.
When I saw images of the damage that Melissa had done, I thought that the recovery would have been slow, but I mean, it's obvious that Jamaica has bounced back. And I want to...
And then not correct the man. Because they're not going at the damage part, the real damage part, and then at Kingston. So when them come, they know them things and Jamaica that bounce back, and them not correct them, they will not. And I give the little house them for $276, tell them, say, well, it's not a permanent. It's a semi thing. You can't give people them semi thing. Then say, well, and them have to put in this, and then they can thank you, and them to stop this shit. And him lied to him. Him said the reason why I'm not spending the money with the people them give because from the first set, him have the nothing like that I have the money for go spend and you say I use it, brother. I remember me have you are saying it, So me I do a thing with where you say first and where you just come to me have that to here. Stop your lioness. Stop it. Yeah? Well, hold you by your own word, brother. Is that next show that?
Commend Prime Minister and all Jamaicans for that. And indeed, in the briefing, I mean, the damage that was caused was about $12 billion. And it would take some years to claw back all that $12 billion. But the Jamaican people have shown the kind of resilience that they can bounce back from adversity. And I want to commend all of you. Mr. Prime Minister, I want to thank you also for the support that you have given us as leader, champion of the African Union on reparations, for the support that you have given us and for the work we all have done together, Ghana, CARICOM, and all persons.
Ghana, CARICOM, Michael Mandela again, and there are 3 leaders. You can't do these things without Mandela, but you still have Anjo, have an ulterior motive, no respect leader. Nobody will not respect your brother. I try to mash to I think what man said, but you can't erase. You cannot. Ghana and CARICOM. CARICOM, you know. That's a man there again. The founding fathers. Yeah, he might one of the founding fathers of 4 of them. And for CARICOM. Yeah. They might talk about reparation. Yes.
From the African diaspora. In terms of moving that historic resolution on the floor of the General Assembly, I believe that was a great day. 123 nations supported us. And that has put a statement, starkly, that the transatlantic slave trade and enslavement, chattel enslavement of Africans was a grievous crime against humanity. We held the next steps.
Brother, I'm telling you when the was still down Africa, I'm giving a little advice. Because I see the same black people them down in South Africa, Zionists them, and Ghana people them start to another people. Them are up to police or up the people them business space when in South Africa. Them are destroy the place of fighting teacher and another African state. Take it up. African state them, if you go up north, them kill no for up north. Yeah. Libya and them place there. Them kill no for up there. Liberia and them place up now Egypt. Them kill no for them when them go up there. Like one them up them and them feel them superior or something. The lighter skin when them up there. Them catch them and do some crossing there and them kill them. You see them bungle them up like sheep and them thing there, throw them pan each other and them do them bad. So Africa for unite. Africa now live right. And that's why that's why on the GDP you can have 1.4 billion people in GDP are like $3 trillion. 3 point that's bullshit. When you have California 40 million people, them GDP are $4.8 trillion. When you're not doing something right, and you still that's them get most raw material from. Africa rich, but them they go to no gold and no diamond, everything. Them country, do have no sense. That country feeding the world, Africa, believe it or not. Raw material for killing her. Yes, everywhere, you know, China, this, that, everywhere. The very thing they are buy them, just the thing them from Africa, use it, make it back, vehicle, this. Remember, Japan now have no raw material for building even vehicle, you know. China raw material, them no find it come from Africa. The whole place, the whole place. All over the place. Other people buy it and then sell it back. You send me farm it and thing, and Africa have none. Yeah? Yes. Because them not unite, you know. Them dangerous, not for them dangerous are the truth. Black people. Yeah, hey, you can't trust some black people around you, know. Them are stabbing at your back now, you know. You have to be careful of them. Let me stay in our wilderness and speak truth to power. I don't know when I pass, I have to speak truth to power. You can't use no color trick me and trap me. We're not play that neither. Continue.
Conference in Accra, and Foreign Minister Kamina was with us, Tourism Minister was with us, and several others were with us. And we had 3 agreements on the high-level panel, the experts panel, and the legal panel. And I believe that it ties into what Jamaica is trying to do with the petition to the Royal House of England. And I want to express Ghana's support for that petition. There are several roads leading to the same destination, and we believe that one of the roads Jamaica is taking is still leading to the same destination that we all want to get to. We must work to increase trade amongst ourselves, and we can only do that if we put in the logistical infrastructure between us.
So, Andrew now come and sign this. Our Monday I do this. Andrew, your predecessor them call him dictator, and him a communist. When that's why you see them come salute him and tell us I'm fight. Can't fight for them, you know. You fight for them. You have some place down there where you see them have Monday and they wait them with statues and with things with them down there, you know, in Africa. Yeah. And all over the world that they respect that man. And it's so embarrassing and shameful for Sikuno. As labor right get up and do politics and Anjo orchestrate this shit. Him not have no respect. You will never see Manley come in with integrity back in 1973 and it was Anjo. Him not have none. Anjo a piece of shit. When you get up and you do this, and big dirty thinking parental child and a big dirty daughter son, you know, sniffy, get up and tell life on Monday. So remember, it just a start with me and I mean, say lean out there and I from out there and run out and come say nothing about that, you know. A minister get up and tell life on Monday like this, but when his father was a minister and in the early 80s, and Monday upon him dying bed now to go dead. Monday send come call him, send friend. Man didn't work with them friend and them thing them and everything I like about gun and man I said the boss. That is not Monday. Monday was the opposition leader in a 69 side, early 69. Monday was an MP from 1967. Know your place, stop telling life on the man, and the man not yet size and not big nasty thinking Charles. You two thinking of yourself. You feel go away. Well, I nearly get mad dick away and people. I run me look me just say at the can I see Angel face I said but it's small. Yeah, me nearly to me attack and me look good, me say him. You know, you say me know for control reflex too. You know, yeah man, come feel mad with what them do, you know. Be a garbage them do. Continue to play the look.
So I spoke about the air services, that can be a beginning. But also looking at the fact that Jamaica is an important maritime hub. And Ghana is also an important maritime hub. We came with our CEO of the Ghana Maritime Authority, and he briefed Mr. Prime Minister on the efforts we are all making in order that we can traverse the Atlantic and make the Atlantic become a bridge rather than a barrier between us. And I do believe that with...
brother, let me tell you again, Ghana, unless you have the ship, I don't know if you have any ship. But you have to get them linked like that, you know, because you have to have the ship out, they make the ship, Jamaica have none. Because that one, and Jamaica have the airline, so maybe if we have airline, we have to deal with that. Yes. Because Jamaica have none, lose, get rid of it, and that's the truth. Well, you know, me have so much things for do. Tomorrow, I might not see me because me have some issues we have to deal with, so I might see me have broadcast from my place. I have some dire issues to deal with tomorrow. Yeah, you know, when I advertise it here, so same, but I have some things that definitely I have to deal with tomorrow. So maybe you will not see me in the early day, so. And maybe when I might see my pop up on my phone, you know, after some issues deal with, I have some issues to take care of tomorrow. So, yeah, yes, so, you know, yes. And depends upon, you know, well, I have my phone with me, so, you know, as well when I see my pop up. Yeah, when I see my pop up as well. Yeah, on my phone. But we have issues to go deal with, so, yeah, but for deal with them. But you know, I still have to come beat them, yeah, so. Yes, and then I'm going back for finish up, prepare, for deal with some things tomorrow. So, you know, me out. Later, I am up. Bless up.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber day.
I'm not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bullman, we send us the glamour. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical fatal. Put up in the rhythm, they want some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.